Hi everyone. So here's the face to the fingers. I thought I would come on and just to say a massive thank you to everyone who watches my videos, who subscribe to my channel, who gives me thumbs up. I love the messages that you send me, and I do try to answer every single message. I am just loving my journey. In 2023, I entered a competition called Card Maker of the Year, and that was through Craft World. I didn't expect to win. Obviously, I hoped I would get somewhere. I didn't expect to win, but I got the phone call and I was one of 4 winners. We received numerous prizes. The boxes were coming on a daily basis. We were in magazines, all the crafting magazines. We were given commission work. Blown away by it all. It was just an amazing experience. Now, I've been crafting for about 15 years, I would say, on a serious basis, and by serious I mean having a little craft room and making cards for craft stalls, family birthdays. I don't think I've bought a greetings card now for at least 15 years. I love making cards. I love anything to do with paper. Favorite craft brand of all time is Sentimentally Yours, and I think you'll get that from watching my videos. Most of my videos incorporate either all or most of Sentimentally Yours products, but that's not to say that I don't have other brand names within my craft room, because I do. I just find the quality of Sentimentally Yours second to none, and that's why I use it. Now, the main reason for coming on today was to say a massive thank you to every single one of you that watches my videos, gives me thumbs up, likes and comments. We're just over 2,000 subscribers and I just can't believe it. I just think, for me, why would anybody want to watch what I'm doing? But obviously you do. Again, a massive thank you. 2K, I think is the right way to say it. 2K subscribers, and it's still growing. I really don't know where this is going to take me. The one thing I did want to say was I've never done a live. Now, I don't know how to do a live. I could research it, and maybe in the future I will do a live. If any of you would like me to do a live, message me and I will look into it and see if I can do it. So with that said, thank you very much. I hope you continue to watch. I hope you're enjoying what I do, and I hope I give you inspiration and you're learning. My channel is for new card makers. I like to teach you how to do certain things, and if there's an easier way to do it, then I'll find it and I'll teach you. So with that said, we're going to make a small card today. It's going to be a different card to what I've done so far. This one's going to be called the bookbinding card. So it's another fun fold card. It's all about the paper, this one, and if you keep watching, I'll show you how I make it. Just use my mobile phone. I edit on my mobile phone and I upload on my mobile phone. So I'm going to turn you off and I will be right back with a little tutorial. So thank you, really, from the bottom of my heart, to everybody who watches my videos. Bye for now. See you in a minute. So here we go. I've got all my bits already cut out, which I will go through with you in a little while. I'm going to be using the Just Saying Heartfelt Sentiments and the Flourished Fauna. I think that's how you say it. It's Flourishing Fauna, Fauna. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is in the embossing folder that I've used, and both of these are from Sentimentally Yours. I've got a piece of white A4 cardstock, which I am going to cut down to 11 by 7. So that's 11 inches by 7 inches. So that's the base of our card. Now if I take in my scoring board, and with the short side butted up to the edge, I'm going to score this down at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. So on the long side, score down at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. So that's all the scoring we need to do. And then turn your card over and fold and burnish your first score line, and then with your second score line, fold and burnish that back on itself. So what you've actually got is this shape, and this side panel will be glued, so we end up with this shorter opening. So if you open up your card and just run a nice amount of glue all the way down the center, and then if you bring this across on itself and just let that fall and give that a really nice burnish. And now what we've ended up with is the book binding shape card. So if I go through all my bits, my first matte layer, which I've embossed with the embossing folder, is going to go down the spine, and then the really pretty patterned paper is going to go over the top. So we're not going to see a lot of that embossing, but we know that the texture's there. So I'm just going to glue this first one down. So again, run a nice amount of glue, and we're just going to line that up and give that a really nice press down. With the patterned paper, I thought I would put this up with foam tape. So I'm just going to run a line of foam tape all down the middle. Give that a really nice burnish. And we can remove that back in. Making sure we've got this the right way up. And just let that fall. So this is where we are at the moment with this card. Now again, with the first matte layer, so the first matte layer on the spine was 1 inch in width by 6 3/4, and then the patterned piece was 6 1/2 by 3/4 of an inch. Our first matte layer to go onto the base of the front is 4 inches by 6 3/4. And again, I'm just going to glue this one down. So as I say, a nice amount of glue. And we'll get this one nicely lined up. We can turn that over and give the back of that a nice press down. So what I've done is I've cut myself some florals. I cut these from Chloe's Creative Cards die and stamp set. So what I've done, I used the stamps that came within this and I stamped them all twice in Versamark, and then I heat embossed them in the Real Till in the Wow embossing powder, and then I cut them out with the corresponding dies which came within this die and stamp set. Now this is called the Beautiful Bouquet Blossom and it's by Chloe. I've already shaped my florals and it's just a case of now deciding how I want these to go. And I've cut the tiny little stamens as well. So if I add some glue to the back of this one, I'm rotating and then the next one, just build these up, rotating the petals and then with the stamen the same. And this one I thought I would pop roughly there, so if we just build this one up the same, pop a bit of glue on the back, rotate those petals. Now all I did with the petals of these florals once they're cut out is I took my pokey tool and I just curled the petals from underneath and then pushed it down with my ball tool. So if we rotate this one as well. And then if we pop that tiny little stamen in the middle. So with these florals, I am going to put those up on some glue gel. So just pop a nice blob of glue gel and let that one fall in that corner. And then the same with this one. And this one is going to go slightly underneath. And just give that one just a tiny press down so that the glue gel grabs. And then if we just look at those and make sure that it has there. Now I'm not going to do any foliage for this because there's enough flourish going on in the background. So all I need to do to the front of this now is a sentiment, and I think I'm gonna have with lots of love for you. So with lots of love for you. Now, as I always say, take in the appropriate stamping block And I usually take out a couple. That one's not big enough. So I always line mine up on my glass mat, and then I will pick that up using the scraps that we cut from the end of our cardstock. I'm going to ink this up in the VersaFine Onyx Black. Just get that one nicely inked up. So I'm just going to give that one a bit of a press down. There we go, perfect. Always clean my stamps straight away, and then I can pop that back where it belongs. That way we don't lose anything. And then this one I am going to just fussy cut that one down there. And this sentiment I am going to put up with foam tape. So just again run a line of foam tape through the middle, give that a nice burnish, and remove that back in. On this sentiment I thought I would put just there. So this is how the front of our card's looking at the moment. Now if we open this up, I've cut another small piece of the blue, sit like so, and this piece measures 4 by 5, and I'm going to glue this straight down. And get that roughly the same top and bottom. A nice press down, and then this top piece, which I thought I'd like to stamp another sentiment on. I'm gonna have a wonderful birthday. So this time I can take in the smaller stamping block, line that up on my glass mat, pick that one up, again using the VersaFine Onyx Black. Have a wonderful birthday. I'm going to pop this roughly in the center, like so. Give that one a nice clean off. And then this one's going to be glued down. Now this gives us plenty of room to write a message. And then I cut 2 tiny little strips. I think these were just, they're about 1/2 inch wide by 4 inches. And I thought I'd put one along the bottom and one along the top, and then that one can go across the top like so. There we go. So we created a really beautiful thumb fold card. And what I thought I would do is I would pull out the pink. So if we just take out a couple, find my pickup tool, and I thought we would just randomly place, so one there, one in there, two, one up here, three. So 1, 2, 3, there, 4. I think my craft room is so cold that my glue is starting to go solid. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think we'll just have one up in that. 5. There we go. Pearls are also from Chloe's. The very last thing that I thought I would do is pop a bow on the spine. Now if I take in my bow maker, now I've had this bow maker ever since I've been crafting, and I most probably would have bought it from Create and Craft TV. Right in the beginning, so I don't even know if you can get them now, but I absolutely love this bow maker. Pop this one on with a tiny bit of glue gel. There we go. So how different is that? That is the bookbinding technique. Have a wonderful birthday. Stands beautifully. Hope you enjoyed my little video. So thank you so much for watching my tutorials. I hope you've learned something. I hope you have a go at this. Absolutely beautiful. And until the next time, bye for now.